What's up guys, back with another video, and today's topic is abs. So the first thing that I want to get out of the way is the fact that everybody has abs. The fact that you're not seeing them is because you're at a too high body fat percentage. So when you actually cut down to a lower body fat percentage, you will see them. Even when you haven't lifted a day in your life, you will see abs. So whether you train them or not doesn't really matter. Now, the thing that you do with training is actually make them blockier and more visible so that you'll even see them at the higher body fat percentage, and they obviously do look better when you're at a lower body fat percentage. So the first exercise that I'm doing here are the hanging knee raises. And what I want you to notice is the fact that I really push forward my hips whilst doing this movement. So you see a lot of people that actually only bring up their legs, do nothing with their hips, and if you do it that way, you don't really engage your lower abs, which is the purpose of this exercise. So make sure you push those hips forward so you get a full contraction. Now, the thing that I do differently when I'm cutting, opposite to when I'm bulking, is I don't train my abs weighted. So normally I train my abs weighted when I'm bulking, but when you're cutting, you actually can't build muscle. There are only 2 points in your life when you'll be able to do that, so cutting and building muscle together. Either A, you're on steroids, or B, you're really new to the gym and you haven't lifted a day in your life. That's the only moment when you'll be possible to lose fat and gain muscle. For the rest of us, I'm sorry, that will never be possible. So you need your bulk to build up muscle and you need your cut to get shredded. Now, what you're seeing here is the plank. So also not weighted because, well, I'm cutting. So the thing that I am doing though is I do 3-minute planks, and every 30 seconds I do a vacuum. So I pull my stomach in as hard as I can and I do that for 5 seconds. So that makes the movement a little bit harder and a bit more challenging for my core. So obviously I've sped up this clip because yeah, there's not much happening for 3 minutes here. Now, next up, you can call this a superset. So these are sit-ups supersetted with leg raises, and this is my second workout. So the plank and this superset is workout B, and the hanging knee raises is workout A, and that's actually the only exercise for abs I do on that day. So I try to do abs 4 times per week. 2 times only hanging knee raises, 2 times the plank and this superset. So what I'm doing special with the crunches is, again, I do a stomach vacuum. So in every single rep I pull my stomach in, which you'll kind of see from the side view in a minute. And with the leg raises, just as I said with the hanging knee raises, you should push your hips forward. Now, how I'm doing this is actually by kicking up. So imagine you're kicking something away. That's the best way to think about it. So a lot of people do these lying leg raises and also only moving their legs. When I asked those people about the exercise, if they felt it in their lower abs, they almost every time say no. Then I tell them to do this, and well, they start feeling it. And that's what we want, right? Now, I've said I've got an A workout, so the hanging knee raises, and a B workout, the plank and the superset. So what you're probably missing in this are some kind of oblique work. And there's a good reason for that. So my goal is to have an aesthetic physique, right? So when you're building an aesthetic physique, you think of the V-taper. Now, with obliques, what that actually does is it adds to your waist. Now, don't get me wrong, when you're shredded, obliques look amazing. But when you're at a higher body fat level, which you are most of the year, obliques will make you even look chubby for a bit. So that's why I don't train obliques, plus I already did a lot of oblique work back in my karate days. That's also why I'm focusing on the hanging knee raises, because in karate we did an awful lot of crunches. So my upper abs were already pretty developed, and my lower abs are still to this day lagging, and that's why I actually have an extra workout just for my lower abs. And another thing that you need to remember with obliques is you already are working them. So when you're doing your heavy deadlifts, when you're doing your heavy squats, your obliques are the stabilizing muscle, so they do get work. It's not that you're not training them, you're only not specifically targeting them. And that's actually the same thing with all back exercises. So when you're training back, you're also training bicep. You don't really need to do things like curls because your bicep already get a lot of work during a pull workout. That's why some of the best biceps are built by rows. So you need to keep that in mind. Now, I hope I gave you guys some useful tips. If I did, be sure to like this video. Now, if you want to see me doing weighted abs, be sure to hit the comments. So when I'm back to bulking, or maybe I'll do it specially for you guys, I'll record a video of how to do these exercises weighted. So be sure to hit the comments. Be sure to hit the subscribe button. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next.